get it or get God, so sometimes we, take ownership of the things.
That AP on my hand, see Terrell the go up fan. All these pussies got no.
I'm a lifer right now. I was originally sentenced to 164 years to life, broken down to 150, going up in a.
Now that's crazy work. Let's start there. Being sentenced to 164 years in prison, bruh. That's just crazy work right there, man. To each his own. That's why I say what I say. You gotta move smarter out here, bro. Because you don't want to end up in situations like this. Keep it a million with y'all. Listen to your boy. I don't make these videos for no reason, bro.
In the hood, it's like get it or get God, so sometimes we, take ownership of the things that we probably shouldn't. Us men here in prison, we do more than just, gang bang and do negativity all day. Some of us positive and, trying to strive for something, better.
And at the same time, it's about respect.
First and foremost, what's your name, brother, and where you from?
Okay, I'm Kamari Nelson from the Bay Area out of East Oakland, and I'm a peer literacy mentor. I've been doing this for 3 years now, working with Dr. Evans, the great doctor here at CSP Corcoran. We've been getting guys over the hump. A lot of guys are afraid of education. They may have dropped out of education a long time ago, but we're here to get them over the hump. As of right now, I probably got like 10, 11, 12 guys I done personally assisted to get their GEDs and high school diplomas. And right now, I just recovered 4 college degrees in addition to the 5 college degrees that I already had. So right now, I'm trying to work my way into a bachelor's program and, just keep on pushing. I'm a lifelong learner, and that's what I strive for, trying to get out. I'm a lifer right now. I was originally sentenced to 164 years to life, broken down to 150, and somehow I worked my way into getting an elderly parole date. That's within 7 years, but I plan on being home by then, through the court system. I qualify as a juvenile lifer. Hopefully they come.
That's just crazy work, bro. Just imagine that shit. Don't even imagine, bro. Just, my nigga, look at other motherfuckers' mistakes. Look at what they going through and shit. And then see if that's what you want to do. Seriously, see if that's what you want to do, bro. Because this shit ain't it. I'm going to keep saying this shit. This shit ain't it, bro. This shit ain't cool. And then when you in there, for 30 years, 40 years, you realize that shit. It don't hit you for real until you get old. Keep it mate with you. Listen to your boy.
See me soon. I've been down since I was 24. So, I'm just here to push, I'm here for the community. Anytime anybody needs anything, I'm there for them, So that's me, I'm trying to start my nonprofit.
Then it's like you ain't got no choice but to accept it, bruh. Because that's you for the rest of your life. Keep it made with you.
Soldier Boys, Social Justice Advocacy Association for the, to mentor the youth in the community, because it's a lot of disenfranchised youth that, need some type of mentorship and guidance going forward to help them. They may not have a father, big brother figure, and that's where we come in at, Us men here in prison, we do more than just, gang bang and do negativity all day. Some of us positive and, trying to strive for something, better, So that's, it's me.
Absolutely. Now, you say you've been down since you were 24 years old.
Yes, sir.
How old are you today?
42. I'll be 43 in July,
Absolutely. And you say you are up for elderly parole within 7 years?
7 years, yeah. When I turned 50. 50 is, they had the older one was 60, and then they had a newer one that they added at 50. So, they can, come see you around that time and see if you qualified and meet the criteria to go home. As of right now, like I said, I have about 8, 9 college degrees and certificates from different colleges and universities. Also, in addition to that, I have a plethora of.
You should find some sort of way to be successful, bro. Some sort of way up in there. You know what I'm saying? Getting your college degree or, you know what I'm saying? Just doing shit the right way in general, bro. To get your head on the right path. I'm keeping it familiar with y'all. Listen to your boy. I'm going to keep saying this shit. All that gang banging shit and all that. I'm the tough guy and I got to prove a point. That shit is OVA. That shit is dead, bruh. Because when you in situations like this, bro, you gonna regret it. You gonna regret doing certain shit, bro. I'm telling you. You gonna be like, damn, man, I wish I could have moved like this, or I wish I could have moved like that. I'm telling y'all.
Self-help group certificates and certifications. And like I said, I'm a certified PLNP mentor, peer literacy mentors, support. So that's what we do around here. We assist guys in education.
Absolutely. Now, if you don't mind me asking, what were you down for originally?
Oh, well, kidnap robbery. How it is growing up in the hood. It's like get it or get got. So sometimes we take ownership of these things that we probably shouldn't. And that was my mind state at the time. As of right now, looking back, I was a coward for getting involved in some of the things that I was involved in my youth, and I try to give back as much as I can to try to pay it forward and let guys know there's a brighter way, there's a better way. I have 5 kids that look up to me. My daughter just had my first grandkid January 30th, so now I'm looking forward to being a grandfather. I haven't even met her yet. I hear her in the background crying all the time, so that's another addition to my push, that I have to strive to get out of here one day.
No, absolutely. Now, you said your original sentence was how many years?
It was 164 years.
164 years. Now, what was that?
That's a long ass
feeling
time, bro.
that you felt when you heard those numbers?
It felt like my whole body just felt numb. It felt like somebody just drained all my blood out, like as if I was going through dialysis. I can imagine. Man, it was just like, what am I to do now? And luckily, I got a level head for the most part, and I
stay your head up in that motherfucker and keep it pushing. Keep the man with you. Listen to your boy.
Stayed grounded, stayed humble, and I look forward to, prayers every night, and I just prayed on it, I prayed on it, and I wasn't even intended to come to CSP Corcoran. I was supposed to go to Jamestown or Mill Creek, and ended up here, and it just happened to be a good landing spot. I landed with a good guy I could call my mentor, Dr. Evans, my supervisor, with the PLNP program, and, that's how I, got through my journey up to this point, and I'm still striving to this day, That's why I'm here,
Absolutely. Now,
if you or a loved one were sexually abused at these Illinois youth facilities or treatment centers, you may...
Was there a specific point where you decided to get on your program and change your life through?
Yeah, it was about 2012. I met a guy that went by Potluck at the time. His name was Anthony Davis. He's out right now, but he was a lifer at one point in Solano. I got sent from Solano from Lancaster because I messed up in Lancaster. I was supposed to go to the programming yard there, and I ended up getting into it on the yard, got a little 115. So they like, look, your points is still level 3, so we're going to send you to Solano, which is okay. It's distance away from my family, but it's good. I'm from the Bay Area, so that's like 45 minutes. So I went there, and I ended up meeting these good group of dudes, and they put me on with Victim Awareness was the program that they was facilitating at the time. They was peer support specialists at the time, and so I got involved in that, and that's what it did. It took a 180. They hooked me up with Lassen College. I started doing that. Got sent back to High Desert. Finished a couple of classes up there. From there, I went to Vacaville. Vacaville was another landing spot where I became a TA. Started, doing the education thing again. Got on with a couple of classes through Solano College and Lassen again. Then that's why I got on with Coastline and finished Lassen College with a social studies degree. Finished Coastline, and I got sociology, behavioral studies.
Right.
I have a business degree, and so on and so forth. So I've just been pushing, So, I try to give everything to education. I talk about Adovo a lot. I let guys know if you don't know something, maybe Adovo can help you out, and especially if you're trying to get your education. If you're serious about it, Adovo is there for you.
Absolutely, brother. So, well, one more question.
Okay.
What do you want your legacy to be when you're dead and gone and not out of here? What do you want people to say about you? What do you want them to remember about you?
I want people to know that I was humble, that I was honest. When you seen me, you seen a ray of sunshine. You seen a hope, with every stride in my step. You seen belief. You seen believability, accountability, first and foremost, and just, a real, nice, genuine, prospect. And as far as, mentor, and as far as, just being a daily, African-American man, going through a system, So, and always be a lifelong learner, never count yourself out, always count yourself in, so.
Absolutely. So, one word of advice to kids before we get out of here, to youth that might have been following the path that you were on.
Okay, just stay strong and look for some mentorship and guidance, because we can't do it alone. It takes a community, Build your support team just like you would build a basketball team, football team, or baseball team. You want the best, so strive to.
Y'all hear that, man? Y'all take notes. For real, like, this shit ain't a game, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's about doing what's right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Getting on the right path. But till next time, man, I got more videos after this one. Y'all know the drill, man. I love y'all and I'm out.